All right, this is DW Gaming here with the chapter 8.1.0. It's the Laura Croft chapter. Everything is live. I thought I would give Singularity a try, see how his changes are.
This is better.
I've noticed after playing a few games of Singularity, I can pretty confidently say I think they actually nerfed this killer. There are a few reasons. Number one, the targeting on the biopods is not automatic as they said it would be, so I'm not sure why they went back on the automatic targeting. I would prefer it to be automatic because you waste precious seconds in a biopod not looking at the survivor. You need to actually slipstream. It still takes too long to actually lock onto a survivor. I thought they were going to shorten that. Apparently not. And worst of all is the fact that they've made part of Soma Family Photo integrate to his base kit.
You are one annoying little
Soma Family Photo gave you a 5% haste bonus when teleporting. Okay, see right there, I barely got that. If I had automatic targeting, it would have gotten her sooner. The Soma Family Photo gave you 5% haste bonus. They integrated some of that to his base, but he only gets 3% haste when teleporting. You can definitely feel the loss of the 2%.
recalibrating.
I remember I would use Soma Photo exclusively. I mean, it would be a permanent add-on for this killer, and I can feel the difference between the 5% and the 3%. It's not good. And unfortunately, they reworked Soma Family Photo completely, so it no longer gives you any haste whatsoever. None of his add-ons do. So 3% is it, unless you run a perk like Rapid Brutality. And that only works when you hit the survivor. So I'm thinking they've actually nerfed this killer. My biggest gripes with him are the automatic targeting is gone. I was really looking forward to that. I don't know if they'll put it in at a later date. And also as I said, the haste bonus is not 5%, it's only 3%. And I'm using True Talent's current build right now. I find it to be a very good build. It is basically a yeah, see, I wish the automatic targeting was still in the game. I'm looking like in the complete opposite direction of where I need to be looking when I enter a biopod. Oh, she ran the other direction. Yeah, I'm trying to overwhelm them with hex perks. I find his strategy involving this build is very good. You want to try and overwhelm the survivors with side objectives. Keep their time off gens at a minimum, and to also make gens take longer.
Come to my design.
So Laura Croft has come out. None of the survivors in this lobby are playing as her. I did not buy her. I find her to be a very out-of-place character for this game. I'm also tired of all the licensed content they've been releasing. I would much prefer to have an original character that I can purchase with the iridescent shards that I can earn in-game rather than having to spend real money. Although I did unlock the new rift
Obstacle removed.
because there's a new Sable skin that looks really good, and I had to get it because I don't know. I think Sable's becoming my favorite survivor because they just have her in some really nice cosmetics. She looks like, it's hard to describe. I will definitely post some gameplay of her in the new cosmetic once I unlock it. I don't know. She looks like she could almost be a killer with some of the skins they've released for her. Like the newest one, this like gargoyle looking thing. I don't know what they call it, but it's like she has wings and stuff. It looks really good though, and it's something you would expect a female killer in this game to wear. Okay, they are cleansing left and right. Oh, she faked that. Yeah, I get her anyway. Yeah, I think I'll try Singularity a few more times, but I'm not going to touch him until they put in the automatic targeting. It's so frustrating having to... See, I could have gotten her right there. And that stupid fence was in the way, so I couldn't even... Well, good, she ran back. For some unknown reason, she ran back. But, I mean, she was right out in the open. Was there a reason I couldn't target her? See, it's so disorienting when I go into a biopod and I'm not looking where the survivor actually is. I mean, why did they remove that?
It will all be over soon.
I was so looking forward to being able to enter a biopod and then just automatically face the nearest survivor. That quality of life change would have made him so much better. Okay, the nice thing is this ruin's still up, and I have one pentimento up, so the generators are going to still be automatically regressing whenever a survivor gets off one, and they will take, I think it's 130 seconds, something like that, with the pentimento. See, right there. If it had automatically tracked to to her, it most likely would have tagged her. But instead, I had to move it around. I was facing the wrong direction when I entered it, and I had to move it around. It would have tagged her much earlier if it had automatic tracking. Why did they remove that? Okay, this isn't good. I'm going for hooks instead of kills. I haven't been keeping track of who's been hooked. Fortunately, with all these destroyed totems, I can still maintain at least one stack of pentimento.
Calculated destruction.
Really? Okay.
You should thank me for this.
So I saw a little bit of
Yes.
the developers'
It does.
showcase of the 2v8 mode. And from what I see, it is it's another game mode pretty much like this one, where it's all fun and games for the survivors unless the killer is really, really sweaty. And for the killers, it's just, yeah, having to deal with 8 survivors. They have an increased number of generators on the map. It's 13. But instead of completing 5, they only have to complete 8. So right now, the way it is on these maps, there are 7 generators. They have to complete all but 2 of them. And basically all they did for 2v8 was, well, you have to complete all but 5 of them. You only have to complete 8, which is very odd, since there's 8 survivors.
Your genes are limited.
I mean, technically you could have one survivor on a different gen at the start of the... You could have each survivor on a different generator at the start of the match, and the match would be almost over if they are uninterrupted in their work. Now, one of them will be chased. 1 or 2 at least. But still, 8 seems a very low number for the amount of survivors that are on the map. They should have it at 10 or 11. That would make it more in line with how the game is now, where you don't have to complete... You have to complete all the generators except 2. So I would say put it at 11. Make it the same, where 8 survivors have to complete all generators except 2. I don't see how that would be a bad thing. Otherwise, as the killers, yeah, the killers are going to be sweating, trying to keep the generators under control with that many survivors on the map. I saw the Fog Whispers play against the developers, and the developers are just horrible. I mean, they are still terrible at their own game. It's no surprise. They were missing obvious 360s that any experienced killer would have hit. It was it was pretty pathetic. One of the developers was, of course, Peanuts, and the other, I don't know his name, Justin or something. I don't know. Yeah, both of them were pretty terrible. And was surprised they actually lost. The both both matches that they had on the stream, they lost pretty resoundingly as well. So if this is how the 2v8 game mode is going to be, where it's a pretty much the same as this mode except with more bodies on the map, it's not going to be fun. Oh, she has a key. Whatever. Yeah, and you can only play as a certain number of killers. You can only play the first 5 killers that came with the game. Trapper, Wraith, Hillbilly, Nurse, and Huntress. Which is also very... it's very disappointing. I really wanted to use Wesker.